cash register, things like that. It's a pretty normal business. There's a handful of like nice clocks, like potentially cuckoo clocks, maybe up along the walls. But for the most part, it seems to be a rather, from what you could tell, an average jewelry shop, maybe.
Is there any letters or anything like that around on the top of the counter that he may have left?
No, there's nothing inside here. But back in the office area, you start digging through the books, and the first book you open appears to be, something of like sales receipts, essentially.
Okay, and
just records of his sales.
Mm-hmm.
Flip through that one, lots and lots and lots of stuff. So grab another one, flip through lots and lots and lots of stuff. But you grab a smaller book that was set underneath the rest of them, and you start flipping through that, and this appears to be some kind of a ledger. That appears to be that he was fencing stolen property.
Oh no! Stolen property? What?
Yes. He was apparently fencing stolen jewelry.
I don't suppose it marks where he got the pieces from, or
you don't see any like full names. You just like one-word nicknames.
One-word nicknames.
So like rat brought in necklace, 10 shillings.
Oh boy.
Coffin boy, noble jerk, maybe.
Neither of those were in there. Yes.
All right. Well,
so that appears to be the majority of what you see.
And it doesn't list anything where they pulled the pieces from, maybe, or
nothing. It just says the one-word nickname, what it was, what he paid for it.
I don't suppose I could roll streetwise to see if I would recognize those
very
nicknames.
Well, you could roll streetwise.
Hey.
That'd be very good.
So that would be my streetwise skill plus the d6.
Yep.
Of course I don't get that.
You could use a Benny.
Critical failure.
Benny.
All right, so you have 2 remaining.
You have absolutely no streetwise, sir.
Well, it says I do, but
Not in this neighborhood.
All right.
4.
Roll that 4.
Man, this guy with the D4s.
4 again.
This guy with the D4s.
3. So a grand total of 11.
Plus, you have a thing for it, right?
Well, I'm trained
No.
in streetwise.
He has
but,
training in streetwise.
okay.
That's it.
but yeah, I don't get any special edges or anything
Yeah.
like that.
So the you catch the name Rat. He appears to be a regular for bringing items
Of such nature.
Yes, they appear to be, they tend to be, rings, necklaces, things like that. Of course, jewelry. So, but you do see that nickname Rat in there a lot, and you had heard of a petty thief named Rat.
And what I happen to know where said thief was.
You imagine he's probably in one of the local pubs, potentially in the slummier side of town.
Right. Well, that's one lead I could follow up on, since I've combed through the books. Good chap. I don't suppose there's anything else we wish to investigate. Maybe, as I'm looking around, seeing if there's any other rooms in this facility.
Are there any, in the last year or so, have you had any professional thieves?
Wait, there's no one
asking.
There's no one in the building.
Are you looking at the book?
Because the constable and them are outside.
Oh, I thought it was there, but I guess not.
He's going crazy.
You go out and look for the constable.
Constable.
He's still standing outside.
We need to hire crazy to look for crazy. That's how we do it.
Precisely.
Pretty much.
Constable. I don't suppose you know the whereabouts of the local thief Rat, would you?
I thought that's what you guys were talking about, but I guess I was not.
It's all good. This is Rat. No, I haven't heard much of. I know he was busted about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks
for pickpocketing. But of course, you know how it is. Slap on the wrist and back out he goes.
Right.
Rumor has he's turned to grave robbing, but
grave robbing.
I'm not sure about that.
That's.
I think we have a potential next victim.
Wait. Is Rat known to be portly and balding?
No, he's a skinny, wiry. You know,
Okay.
he's a street urchin essentially.
Is he
Guess he doesn't fit the profile then, chap.
He does not fit that profile at all.
Anyway, it seems that in these ledgers that he kept, apparently he's been taking transactions from Rats.
Really? He
Yes,
takes
as
the
I
book.
present Exhibit A.
He says, wow. He starts to like look around in the jewelry in the cases. Wonder how much of this has been stolen.
That is a very good question, though I think the most important point that we try to pursue is if the potential killer is connected to this.
Yeah. Says, wait, that ring that you had,
It's old.
it looked very old, but it had Lapont's.
Signature. That's why we came here, because apparently the Undertaker had that ring, among others with
He had a
that
couple
mark.
other old rings on his desk.
made by
Really?
LaPont. So
I'd
At first we
investigate his
thought-
home.
maybe it was general acquaintances, since apparently he trusted the man to handle jewelry for his late wife Loretta, I believe. But
Could be. I'm not sure. I mean, it's been
this
a
has
little
definitely
while.
been a crack in the case here, it seems, with this. So I guess our next line of business, unless there's anywhere else in this shop that we've yet to investigate, as I guess our next order of business is to track down Rats. Right?
Yes, we'd go track Rat. But I would send your men, if you have men under you.
That on
What
at
is
any
his rank?
league-
He's just a street
Oh,
patroller. I mean, he's not.
You can
Well,
also get
I would-
reported.
How about we go to the local yard and get the commissioner on this?
This is very well. Let's go then.
Mm-hmm.
You guys shut the door, and he instructs the
Lock,
man to lock it again.
making
so-
sure to take the key evidence in tow.
Yes, yeah. So yeah, he locks it back up, and you guys make your way to the local yard.
he isn't gonna put me in handcuffs for having that on me, is he?
No, he hasn't really noticed
He
it
doesn't
as.
know. Unless you said,
Because
I lifted
I-
this off from the last scene, you know.
No,
no, you
so-
you,
You
showed,
literally-
you showed him the ring as evidence.
Yes.
You said, look,
With-
I have this evidence.
Yes,
He
and we
looked
haven't.
at it, said, oh yeah, and then gave it back to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
So
Put that back in the coat pocket where it belongs, and will be forgot about.
yeah, so you guys head to the yard. So we'll jump back to you two.
Okay.
Um,
Or to look at some jewelry.
yes. So you head to which one is it? Nelson. Sorry.
Yeah.
Buckminster Nelson's home. She lets you in. You see that there's clearly a number of days of unkeptness to it. It appears that she is all but stopped cleaning or anything like that. She leads you in. Of course, the curtains are drawn in the house, so it's rather dim. So she lights a lantern and carries it through the house, as I said, rather dim in here, leading into a relatively nice, rather large jewelry box that she opens up, turns up the lantern and begins to show you these pieces of jewelry. And you see a number of them are from LePont, but other ones have other markings or names on them. They all appear to be very fine quality pieces of jewelry.
Can I do streetwise on the names?
assuming you have the skill.
I do.
Sure, he has streetwise. Sure.
I'm from
4.
Montana. I don't
4?
know anything around here.
You do recognize some of the names. They're more well-known jewelers. Some from London, a few from Paris, but they all seem to be, rather well-to-do, men who created these pieces of jewelry. World-renowned for the odd ones, and then of course a handful of LePont's jewelry, as he is the local merchant of fine French jewelry.
What did your husband work as, if I may ask?
He owned a number of row houses. He was a landowner. He collected his taxes or his rent, and that kept us going.
She gave us the information on the other house, right?
Yeah, on the tenant. I meant on the at Mailboat Road. I meant, when did the tenant incident happen? How many days prior to his passing?
Nearly 2 weeks. I'd say maybe
Still.
10 days, maybe.
I think we should check that out after we leave here.
Mhm.
I mean, gotta pursue every single thing. But so there is LePont jewelry here. Obviously.
Yes,
Okay.
there's a handful of pieces of LePont jewelry.
I meant, is there any particular style we're noticing from the LePont jewelry? I meant, is there like any like little animal design or just standard?
These appear to just be standard pieces of jewelry. They're earrings, necklace, a pendant.
Any emphasis on certain metals or anything?
Lots of gold.
Lots of
Lots of
gold.
gold. Lots of gold. Lots of gems.
Okay.
These, as I said, these pieces of jewelry appear to be worth quite a bit of money.
Not much in silver. But, okay. I mean, other than the seemingly, we don't know every connection of jewelry, but it seems like the jewelry is coming up a lot.
Yeah.
But we could go to the tenant and stuff. I meant, we'll ask her just one thing. Is there anything that it could seem just out of the ordinary, or anything that might have just happened within a week or two prior, that to the passing of your husband, that you could remember, or anything, or was he acting strange at all?
No, everything it all seemed fine. He was doing better than he has been. Really, he stopped his drinking as much. He really seemed like it. He was, having a good streak.
All right.
Is the building that he owned locked, unlocked?
I imagine locked, as many of them are homes. I mean, you'd have to check with the tenants there. I can see if I can find some information in his study.
That'll be grateful.
If
So.
you give us like maybe a writ giving us permission to go to investigate the on Mailboat Road at East Side, to help further our efforts and investigations, and see what happened with the tenant. We would appreciate it.
Very well. Yes. Let me go and look. And she finds some names, and makes you a list of their names, and brings the list back to you.
Okay. All right. Well, go ahead. We'll take a look and see if this goes with anything. But hey.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
So you guys leave, and as you're exiting out of the house, you hear the clock inside, the big grandfather clock, strike an hour. You turn to look, and you can see that it is 5 o'clock
Okay.
now.
So they've got 3 to 4 hours.
So you hear the 5 rings as you walk down the steps and to the street.
Let's try to meet back at 7. Let's all believe we had a preset location at our favorite pub.
Yes.
That served American beer.
Good luck with that.
Skip on
Yeah,
a merry
Well,
way.
closest thing, maybe some whiskey.
So
Whiskey, yes.
They probably don't have whiskey. They probably have scotch.
Uh,
Close enough. It's really not, but
Yeah.
So we'll jump back to the two of you.
Going to the commissioner
Yes.
and his local yard.
Yep. So approach the steps of the Scotland Yard, and the commissioner's sitting at his desk writing the reports of the the previous murders and such. And
Well,
Steve comes in. Why does Stephen always come up? Never mind.
yes.
It's our favorite name.
Because we noticed him.
No, it's it always seems to pop up. But Stephen,
interdimensional supporting character.
yeah, for real, for real, no kidding. So he approaches the commissioner and says, Sir, we have some rippers who are looking into the late murders.
Padding cases.
He sets down his pen back in the fountain. What can I help you gentlemen with?
I believe we have a lead of interest, since apparently LaPont was taking in wares from the local thief Rat. You may have heard of him?
You don't say.
Yes.
Wow.
And
He
this
seemed
ledger
like-
proves that he's been taking transactions from various...
He flips through. Some of these names are recognizable. The other ones I never heard before.
But Rat was the key one.
Yes, I see. He does have a lot of transactions with.
And
with
apparently
rats.
he's gotten into grave robbing lately. Coincides with the latest case with the Undertaker, correct?
I suppose yes. The fact that he was the Undertaker and had been murdered. I suppose yes.
Right. Well, I think he would be a good person to ask questions as far as whether he knows anything of late, and I'd like to try to get as many people out there to try to find him and bring him in for questioning.
I mean, I can put out an order to bring him in for questioning. I don't know how long it'll take, but I can set that up.
All right, and I don't suppose any of your lads have his last known whereabouts.
No, he was released a few days ago, and we haven't seen him since.
Do you have a description? Is he distinctive?
Yes, rather
Skinny fellow.
skinny fellow. Short, kind of rather unkept. He's a
Relatively small man.
Yes, and he's a street urchin. He does not. He's rather dirty, unkept. Individual.
Fitting for
So I
the
don't
name
suppose
Rat.
he has any local haunts that he likes to go to, like a particular
Pub.
rundown pub.
Best bet, I would say, would be Salty Sally, I suppose, by the docks. But that's it's kind of a guess, I suppose. Be the most rundown of the pubs here.
Any accomplices Rat might have had that he still keeps in contact?
I've never caught him with. We've never caught him with anyone. No, every time we've caught him with any stolen goods, it's been him by himself.
And again, he's been involved with grave robbing as of late, and prior to that, he was involved with what else exactly?
He was a pickpocket, petty thief, opportunist.
Would you happen to know of, in the past year or so, have you had any major players in the theft world show up?
Not that I was aware of. I mean, we have our occasional thief and pickpockets, but I haven't heard of any, mass theft of anyone.
Can I roll streetwise to see if I can bring up a name or something that I would know
recall
of
a
because
name.
or recall a name
for-
because I'm a thief?
Name for what?
Famous thieves that would
have
look in
resided-
Would have
would
been
be interested in a place
possibly
like this.
connected to
It's
this.
possible. I mean, it's kind of a long shot, but sure.
I like long shots.
Hey, man.
I carry a whip.
Freaking A.